All right, what's up, guys? So I just heard this new bill called the Kids Online Saftey Act, and I noticed there's like a lot of problems with this bill, so I just wanted to talk about it and go through it. Now, this isn't going to be like one of my normal videos. Like, there's going to be a lot less editing, or if there is any at all, if I'm being honest. This is scripted. There's going to be a lot less humor than there usually is. This is just supposed to be an informative video, and my 2 cents on this law. So if you watch my normal videos, you probably won't like this one. But if you want to learn more about this, then stick around. Yeah, this is also probably going to be a long video, and I got like a script of a bunch of points I want to talk about. So this video will also probably be chattered. If not, I'll have a link in the description where you can cut to every single point I make in this video, just in case you only give a shit about one or two things, or you really want to know about one or two things. Yeah, that being said, we're going to talk about this now. So yeah, basically this bill, for lack of better words, is going to censor the internet for anyone under the age of 18. And yeah, it's called the Kids Online Saftey Act, and but it really is affecting everyone under the age of 18, um, and the people above the age of 18 too, but we're getting ahead of themselves. So yeah, I'm just going to get into why it's a bad thing. So first off, we already have Coppa, and like Coppa, in my opinion, is a really dumb law. Just because I don't get why it's okay for like American, like this is an American law, so I'm going to talk about America. But like I don't know why it's okay for like Republicans and Democrats to make books like like why Trump's good, or like why trans people are bad, because kids are like naive and will believe that, and try to condition them into believing that. But like showing them ads of stuff they might actually like, they already like, and they might like the product. I don't get how that's bad. By the way, I also just wanted to add real quick because I know some Republicans are going to be like, "Oh, but it's okay with the Democrat." No, no, there's plenty of Democratic examples of them doing it too. I just was thinking about the Republican ones. Now, some would argue both are bad, but like you see how there's a double standard there, right? Like, I mean, I don't. Another thing is, it already doesn't work. It already severely fucked with YouTube. By the way, this affects every single social media site, but I'm going to talk about YouTube just because like I understand YouTube more than any other social media site, like by far. So yeah, this is pretty much only going to talk about YouTube, but this affects every single person on every single social media. So just keep that in mind. And it's like, yeah, Coppa already doesn't work. Like, I mean, Family Guy clips, like American Dad clips, regularly get marked for kids, even though it's Family Guy and American Dad. Like, Peter Griffin's literally the face of adult animation. How do you fuck up that bad? But like, I mean, and I remember like this one guy, like Nathan Spees, he got a bunch of like Mickey Mouse videos, get marked for kids, even though he swears in those fucking videos. Like, it's obviously not for kids, and he marked it correctly as not being for kids, and it still got marked for kids. And this is bad for both the YouTuber and the kids. The kids, because I mean it's not there, because it's not for them, and the YouTubers because it's it fucks with the channel, it fucks with their. I think it counts as a community guideline strike. I'm not sure, but it fucks with their ad revenue. It does a lot of horrible stuff to the channel. All right, so here's the first thing this bill's doing. Now that we got all that out of the way. So first off, they're going to censor the internet, and again, basically how they're going to do that is the most extreme parental control settings are going to be activated. And I think like every single controversial topic is going to be like off by default. And again, this isn't for anyone under 13, even though it's Kids Online Saftey Act. It's for anyone under the 18. So yeah, a bit of a huge rage in there. Like, I would say someone who's 16 like shouldn't be considered a kid. I mean, like, they can fucking drive in most countries. Like, I mean, I don't think it's fair to call them a kid, even though there are minors. Like, come on, I'm not gonna call someone who's 16 a kid. Like, you should be a reasonable person at the age of 16. But yeah, but it's super vague on what would actually be censored. And I know on YouTube, like, they already don't allow anything that's like super 18 plus. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe like a bunch of swearing, like maybe Filthy Frank, if you want to consider him 18 plus, which actually he probably is 18 plus. But yeah, that's like the worst thing you'll find on YouTube. Basically, what this will do is it'll mean like none of these videos could pop up in anyone who these controls are active to's recommendation. Okay, something else I want to mention about the censoring is here's a clip from the news station, like one of the news sources I see on this. I think this guy explains it pretty well, so I'm just going to leave him do it. He explains this point way better than I could, so and I think he deserves credit because he's one of the few like older gentlemen that I see that actually like knows about this stuff and is actually like defending this. Like, all the news stations and stuff. Part of why I made this video is because like all the news stations and stuff like clearly don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So
Professor John Weinberg is a law professor at Wayne State University who's an expert in privacy and internet law.
What it is, I think, is a sincere attempt to protect children on the internet, but it really does have a lot of problems. I think this is a bill that I really wouldn't recommend that Congress go forward with. This is a bad bill because it's directing websites to cut off minors' access to information that might cause them to be anxious or depressed. But information that might cause minors to be anxious or depressed is no different from information that might cause you or I to be anxious or depressed. It's the news. It's maybe information about how to get an abortion. It's all sorts of information that might well be vital to minors' interests. And instead, this bill is saying that you can get sued if you provide it. If they want to start somewhere, the best way for them to do it is to be specific. This bill does the opposite. It's giving directives that are really vague so that platforms don't know what they're supposed to do, but they can still be sued for not doing whatever it is they don't know what it is.
And people may be like, oh, well, there's a bunch of kids on non-friendly kids. Well, bro, I think that's fucking a bullshit point. Because, I mean, I am so fucking tired of people who are trying to censor stuff that isn't supposed to be kid-friendly, so it's for fucking kids. Like, for an example, KOSA gets a lot of shit because, his content's not for kids, but a lot of kids watch his content, and he does shit on the stream. Like, I'm not even the biggest KOSA fan, but the shit's not for kids. Like, that's a perfectly valid defense. If they're watching his content, that's on them. They shouldn't be protected because they're not supposed to be watching the fucking content. So, like, they shouldn't be, protected watching his content, especially if they're under age of 13, because no one who's under age of 13 should be on any social media. Literally any social media, like, isn't allowed to have anyone under 13 on it. At least as I'm saying they're 13, under 13. As far as the social media site knows, you have to be older than the age of 13. Which, by the way, if you're watching this video and you're under the age of 13, don't fucking say you're under the age of 13, because that's gonna target you immediately if you fall under this, like if you're under the age of 18 and you would fall under this bill. And might get your channel deleted anyway, because you're not supposed to be 13 anyway. So, don't do that. But anyways, yeah. But yeah, he shouldn't be liable to protect kids who watch his videos, because they're not supposed to be watching his fucking videos. Like, again, same thing with Has Been Hotel. A bunch of people are kids and they're mad at that. Like, again, I don't even like Has Been Hotel, but I mean, that shit's clearly for adults. Like, very, very clearly for adults. And, kids are complaining like it's not for kids. Like, again, this guy's complaining about GTA. A lot of kids play GTA and they're like, oh, this should be censored because it's too inappropriate. Bro, GTA is rated M. That means 17 plus. If someone under the age of 17 plays GTA and they're not mature enough to handle it, that's their fucking problem. Like, Rockstar isn't supposed to make it for people who are under the age of 17. And mind you, I would say the ESRB is super strict already. Like, there's 1,000 different games I can think of that should be low and rated M. I can't even think of one game that should be rated higher than rated E. Like, they play way safer evidence, sorry. Again, people are mad every single time Fortnite does a cloud of adult property. It's a T-rated game. Like, that's not for adults, but that's also not for kids. It's not for anyone under the age of 13. And mind you, I think someone who's 13 can handle a Peter Griffin skin. Like, Fortnite skins don't actually do anything. They're just from adult properties. And again, if someone's the age of 13, I bet you my soul they know what Family Guy is. Like, unless they're from, like, a super foreign country or something. Like, unless they're from, like Pakistan or something. I don't know. Like, somewhere where, like, American culture, like, really isn't popular at all. They would know what Family Guy is. But you may be thinking, like, oh, well, that doesn't matter. I'm above the age of 18, or I say I'm above the age of 18. So why that? So I don't need to worry about censoring. Well, you see, this is where it gets fucking privacy invasion territory. It will actually detect your age based on what you watch in your algorithm. And this is a super fucking stupid idea. Because, well, one, SpongeBob is obviously for kids, but, like, I can count on one hand the amount of people I know that don't like SpongeBob. Like, I definitely watch SpongeBob episodes that get parodied on YouTube. There's a lot of adult Thomas Tank Engine fans too. I think there's this one guy, Victor something. I'll be sure to have a screenshot of his channel, because I don't say his fucking channel, and that's probably gonna piss him off if he's watching this video. But he's an adult, and he likes Thomas so much that he has like his own series where he reimagines like the stories, like, and a lot of people who are adults, obviously, who grew up with these stories, are watching that. And, um, how many adults, how many adult Bluey fans are there, right? Like, or even like how many adults are there that grew up with like old school YouTube content, like Annoying Orange, Smosh. Well, Smosh isn't really for kids, but I mean,
Is this the dumbasses called Smosh?
Who wants to know, ass bang?
It's the Annoying Orange. You guys are douchebags.
but Annoying Orange, Fred, really stuff like that that are now, of course, like above the age of 18, that are just coming back to watch their old content. So like, are they going to get marked for kids? And then again, it works both ways too, because like, what if someone under 13 like watched a bunch of Family Guy clips on YouTube? You know what I mean? Like, are they going to get marked as over 18? Because and the only way for, like, if you get detected as under 18, for you to prove that you're not 18, is to show your ID. And mind you, I don't think there should be any reason why you should need to show your ID on a social media site, unless it's something like Tinder, where like someone who's under age 18 could get really really, if someone under age of 18 was on Tinder, like someone could get really hurt. Like, someone lies about their age on Tinder, and then someone who's like above the age of 18 decides to have sex with that person. Then that person who's under 18 could like blackmail the person who had sex with them. Either way, like, someone's going to get really hurt in that situation. Bro, no one's getting hurt watching a fucking YouTube video. Like, okay, very few people are getting hurt watching a fucking YouTube video. Anyways, so yeah, but like, you shouldn't need to show your fucking ID to Google just so you can watch fucking YouTube unrestricted. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, I mean, especially because there's nothing on YouTube that, like, it should be insanely harmful to. There's no porn on YouTube. You can't. There's no There's no gore on YouTube. There's no like terrorists on YouTube. Nothing that would like be harmful to promote to minors. At least I don't think so. Maybe there's something I'm not thinking of, but relatively speaking, like, there's nothing that I think would be like genuinely dangerous for someone under the age of 18 to look at. It's like sometimes videos slip through the cracks, but like, YouTube actually has pretty good moderation when it comes to that stuff. And this is probably like my least favorite part about this, is basically most extreme safety settings are going to be on every social media site by default. And again, I'm just going to talk about YouTube again because YouTube's the one I know about. So basically, your entire watch history is going to be reported to your parent or legal guardian, assuming you're under the age of 18, which I'm not, thankfully. But like, and they can block anything that they deem like, hey, you shouldn't be watching this. It's like, what? I think this is absolutely ridiculous too, because again, we're not talking about people that are like under age of 13. And I'm gonna be honest, I think under the age of 11 is ridiculous for this, but we're not talking about people that are under the age of 13 and shouldn't be using YouTube. By the way, like, people are like going to be like, oh, well, there's YouTube Kids actually, so there is supposed. No, YouTube Kids is for parents. YouTube Kids should be called YouTube Parents. It's for people that are under the age of 13, like people who have kids who are under the age of 13, so they can like find YouTube videos that are good for their kids to watch. And I would say it even does a pretty decent job of that already. So I don't know why we need more censorship when that's already in place and it's already good. And by the way, Netflix also does that. It's also good. And Netflix is probably like one of the most adult places on the entire internet. They always have the DVD versions of every show they have. Like, they always have the least censored version. That's how you know that like the existing infrastructure is good. Again, we're not talking about people that are like children. We're talking about like people that are like 17. I'm not, like, I don't even think my parents would want to see my watch history. First off, like, not even just because it's like super, like, not just because like it's okay. My lawyers had advised me not to say anything more about that, but they just want to invade my privacy to that degree. Like, like, my parents wouldn't even want their kids to like feel that fucking like unsafe on the internet. And I know this is trying to make people feel safe, but I feel like that would make people feel unsafe if every single thing they fucking do, unless you're done high school, was reported to other people. Like, that. I would not feel safe about that, even though it's probably people they could trust. Like, I can trust my parents, but I wouldn't feel safe in that situation. Like, mind you, again, it's not just the kids, like just minors in general. And it's like, I think people that are above the age, like I think people that are like in high school should get free reign of whatever they watch on YouTube. Like, I think that's their choice. Like, and what happens if they break these laws is that these tech companies can be sued, and that's another thing. I don't know why they're holding tech companies accountable, because it's not their fucking fault this happened. By the way, another reason why this is happening is because there's a lot of suicides because of like cyberbullying and all that. Which, that's unfortunate as hell, but it's not these tech companies' fault that this is happening. They have all the freaking infrastructure in the world for people to be able to block these people. They have all the infrastructure in the world to stop people from doing that, like to stop people from harassing. They specifically state that they don't let anyone who's under the age of 13 onto all these social media sites, if not 18 plus, like depending on what it is. Like I think, like Twitch should probably be 18 plus. I'm being honest, but they ban people if they find out that they were under 13. Like I know, especially on Twitter. Like Twitter's like really bad at that. Like if you ever were under 13, even if you're like 20 or something, they will ban your account. Yeah, so they have all these infrastructures in place for them to start happening. The unfortunate problem is these sites are too big for a few situations like not to slip under the cracks. But they do everything in their power to stop it from happening. It's not these people's fault. It's not the tech company's fault that this is happening. Like I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like Tim Cook isn't paying people to go fucking harass people, tell them to kill themselves. Like
we appreciate it very much, Tim Apple.
I could be wrong about that, but like I as far as I know, Tim Cook is not doing that. Neither is Mark Zuckerberg or Elon Musk or the Google guy. It's ultimately the fault of the people that go out of the way to harass people's fault, and those are the people that should be held criminally accountable, because they're the ones who are actually causing the harm. It's not the tech companies for allowing it to happen. It's the people that are causing the harm that are accountable. And those are the ones that should be sued. Those are the ones that should go to jail, fine, all that shit, And you may be thinking, like, wait a minute, if this is an American law, why should I give a shit if I'm not an American? Well, I'm not an American myself, and I still have to abide by Coppa. So, yeah, that's it. These companies are American. So, if there's an American law that's placed that limits them to this degree, they're going to have to follow it. If for example, if Google was a Canadian company, they would spit in the Congress's face about Coppa, like as they deserve to be spat at. Like, but unfortunately, since they're American, that means they have no choice but to actually abide by these rules, or else they could get sued a lot of fucking money. Really, the only one I think might be okay, if you're not American, is TikTok, because TikTok is owned by a Chinese company. But yeah, but most of these companies are going to have to institute these rules if this bill gets passed. You'll be thinking like, oh, well, I'm over 18, like actually, so why would I give a shit about this? Well, it's simple. For one, just if it does detect that you're under the age of 18, even if you're not under the age of 18, you're gonna have to show your like an ID. So that's either your driver's license or like a photo ID. Maybe like yeah. So those are the only valid IDs. At least in Canada, those are the only valid IDs. I don't know if there's any more. Or a passport. Those are the only valid IDs in Canada. I don't know how it is in other countries, but you're gonna have to show one of those free if it detects you're under 18. And you should care because it's still a massive privacy invasion. Like for a really wide group of people, like, including ones that should like be on the site, and like at least people under 13, you can make the argument like, yeah, they shouldn't be on the site anyway. And no, I don't think just because someone's under 13 that means their privacy should be invaded. I'm just saying at least they shouldn't be on the site, but they definitely don't deserve to have their privacy invaded either. So again, a huge range of people that are like mature people are going to be affected by this. Plus, if you're a parent yourself, again, it's going to be a massive privacy invasion for your kids. When they start using YouTube, or if they already start using YouTube, pretty much no matter how old they are, unless they're in like college or some shit. And again, since this is a massive privacy invasion, like you probably should just care just because of that. But this is really just a place for them to start. You have no idea what levels they'll take it to. If they're able to invade all these people's privacy, they should be able to invade yours. So you should stop all attempts at them attempting to do this. even if you yourself are over the age 18 and have nothing to worry about, well, little to worry about. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on this. Yeah, I don't know what to do to stop this bill from getting passed. I just really wanted to make sure that there's a video out there going over all of this, because I feel like not enough people are talking about it, and yeah.